Imagine a team that once stood shoulder to shoulder with cricketing giants like Australia and South Africa. A team that produced legends, stunned the world, and made their nation proud. This is the story of Zimbabwe cricket, a tale of glory, grit, and, well, a shocking downfall. But what went wrong? How did a team that once inspired millions crumble into obscurity? Was it politics, poor management, or just plain bad luck? Stick around, because today, we're diving deep into the rise and fall of Zimbabwe cricket. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be asking yourself, can they ever make a comeback? Let's rewind to the 90s, Zimbabwe cricket's golden era. This was a time when players like Andy Flower, arguably one of the greatest wicket-keeper batters of all time, and Heath Streak, a fiery fast bowler, were dominating the scene. Zimbabwe wasn't just participating in international cricket, they were competing. Remember their shocking win against India in the 1999 World Cup?
He's bouncing it, he's out. Peter Willis decided that's LBW. And a remarkable win by Zimbabwe. Henry Alonga has cleaned up the tail.
Or that time they almost knocked South Africa out of the same tournament? Yeah, they were that good. But here's the kicker. This golden era wasn't just about talent. It was about unity. A small nation with limited resources punching way above its weight. So, what changed? Was it the pressure? The politics? Or did the cricketing gods just stop smiling? Let's find out. Politics. The one thing that can ruin even the best of things. In the early 2000s, Zimbabwe was going through massive political and economic turmoil. And guess what? Cricket wasn't spared. The Zimbabwe Cricket Board became a battleground for power struggles, mismanagement, and corruption. Players weren't getting paid, infrastructure was crumbling, and the team's morale? Well, let's just say it was lower than a limbo stick at a kid's party. With the board in shambles, players started leaving. And not just any players, we're talking about key players. Brendan Taylor, Kyle Jarvis, and even the legendary Andy Flower eventually walked away. Some retired early, others moved to different countries, and a few even switched allegiances. While other cricketing nations were investing in state-of-the-art facilities, Zimbabwe was struggling to maintain basic infrastructure. Stadiums were empty, training facilities were outdated, and grassroots development? Almost non-existent. Without proper support, young talents had nowhere to go. The pipeline of future stars dried up, and the team was left relying on a handful of experienced players. It's like trying to win a Formula One race with a bicycle. Not exactly a fair fight, is it? In 2019, things hit rock bottom. The ICC suspended Zimbabwe cricket due to government interference. Yes, you heard that right. Suspended. This meant no international matches, no funding, and no hope for the players. It was a dark, dark period for Zimbabwe cricket. Despite the challenges, Zimbabwe cricket has been trying to make a comeback. They've had moments of brilliance, like their thrilling win against Pakistan.
It won't be, because, grabbed it! Man,
In the T20 World Cup 2022. But let's be real. One or two wins don't make up for years of neglect. The road to recovery is long, and the team is still far from its former glory. So, what's next for Zimbabwe cricket? Well, there's hope. Young talents like Blessing Muzarabani and Sikandar Raza are showing promise. But for Zimbabwe to truly rise again, they need consistent support from the board, the government, and the fans. Will they ever return to their golden days? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, cricket needs Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe needs cricket. And that's the story of Zimbabwe cricket, a team that rose, fell, and is now fighting to rise again. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, and if you're curious about how one player can change the fate of a team, check out my next video on Dale Stein's shocking effect on South African cricket. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.